Hey guys, welcome to This Is Not a Podcast. I'm Keith.
I'm Jade.
And I'm Callison.
This week, lots of things happen.
So much drama.
What happened?
The truth gets exposed, the bullies get exposed, and Victoria goes home.
And goats.
And
Let's get into it.
So unfortunately, I missed the first 40 minutes of the episode.
That's unacceptable.
It was for good reasons.
Okay, so you don't need to explain yourself.
Okay, I don't
But anyways,
need to.
you missed pretty much nothing.
I feel like I missed everything though because I logged on and I was like,
it was all like coming up to the...
You know what's better than the drama?
Climax.
The non-drama.
okay, true.
Was it?
Tell me what happened.
Okay, well, this is what happened. I think the first thing that happens is the girls are going for a walk, okay? They're like, la-di-da-da-da.
Yes.
The new girls, they pass by the old girls, and the old girls are like, the hazing hasn't even started yet.
Yeah. It was stupid. It was dumb.
What? The hazing?
And then Victoria's like, that was just taken out of context.
Yeah, no.
Except they didn't hear each other say that.
Yeah.
But that was, I think it was Victoria, right?
It was Victoria. She passes new girls and she talks crap. And then before that, it was Victoria crying and breaking down. It was like showing the scene. Yeah, a little teaser
thing,
clip.
yeah.
And
so
then
they're still doing that kind of editing.
Yeah. It's a huge thing now. And that's what's going to be addressed in this episode.
Okay, and so right after that, essentially, I think Matt talks to the girls on the group setting. Matt made a pretty big mistake though, and not really, but in my opinion he did. He was like, yesterday someone brought up this thing to me, and I was like, no,
Katie,
you did
she
it.
tried.
Matt keeps on exposing Katie every step of the way. He was like,
no one knows yet
her.
that it's Katie, though.
Yeah, they're not yet. But yesterday, someone very specifically named Katie told me something. He didn't say Katie. But
everyone knows it's Katie.
Anyways, he talks to the girls, and the girls are like, what? It's toxic in the house? There's bullying?
Yeah.
What? I don't feel like there's talking. It feels great.
He said he doesn't want to be with a girl that bullies. I think you saw that last episode.
Yeah,
the
commercial.
Teaser bit. Yeah. And so everyone, like what Keith said, we're
all
like,
the bullies?
No,
all the bullies were
we
like,
don't do this. What are you talking about?
Serious? But before you say anything, it cuts to Anna's face, and she's like,
she knew.
Oh
Oh my word!
cut to my face. Cut to my face.
She knows
This
she's about to get got. And
cut
to my face.
Anyway, so first, Brittany gets pulled aside. And she talks about her experience. And so this is kind of where we really kind of talk about Anna and how she's kind of started that whole thing, because Brittany and Anna, we saw that last episode where she called her an escort and like spread that rumor. So Brittany breaks down, cries. Matt's very upset, goes, and we see Anna, of course. She's still freaking out. She's panicking. She's like, I literally wrote in my notes, Anna knows she's about to get got. Anna gets got.
But she also has like an interview, like that talks to her, and she's like, yep. Talking about me.
Yep, 100%. I know
That's
it.
me.
I did it.
It wasn't a good moment in my life. Fully regret it.
I know I did it.
Really?
That was definitely against my character.
Yeah.
At least she owns up to it.
Yeah, she's like, well, never do that again.
I feel like her being friends with Victoria brought out the worst side of Anna.
Yeah. It's gotta be like every person that's probably
that has encountered Victoria.
I think Anna is never going to do such things again in her life. I think
so too.
This is a changing moment in her life.
She's a whole new person.
Yeah, she's a whole new person now. And
so
I want to talk about the fact that Anna was told such things about Brittany, though.
Yeah, where did
she's
this
not
come from?
She's not the originator of this comment.
but she
Someone
used
told
the
her,
fuel. Like,
but
she
she
could
used
be
it,
handed
but
a death card, but you don't use it.
Super suspicious of who fed that to her.
Yeah.
Who else knew Brittany was going to be on the show besides
a
producer,
that we have.
a casting director, maybe Brittany's close friends? Who would have known such things happen?
There must be an inner circle. We've talked about this. There's got to be some sort of like, hey, my friend's going on.
Well,
my friend's going on.
She's from the same hometown, I guess. So
it's probably like, hey, I'm going to Bachelor. Oh my gosh, I know this one girl who's going to Bachelor. It's so
or
weird
maybe
that
like
because
news
she's
sources,
an escort.
News sources
like,
saying,
that's probably what happened.
These girls have said that they're going to go on. These are the people that are going to be on the next episode, and so they know about each other, and then people that know them. Like
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like
reach
it
out
was.
And stuff.
I don't think.
because they do those little teasers, don't they?
I want to know who this credible source was to Anna, and
but we'll never know.
Because only thing I am thinking is, only person I bet Anna would believe such things from would have been someone pretty high up there in social standard, which to her eyes would be like a producer of the show herself.
Yeah.
Hey, I know this person named Brittany who's also in the show from the same town as you. Watch out for her. kind of thing.
Maybe,
And that's the only
maybe.
reason why Anna was like, oh, this is the person you told me about. This is the person you told me about?
Yeah.
Oh, should I say? Should
They
I
keep
mention?
cutting the parts
should
where
I-
she actually like reveals that it's the producer. Imagine.
Yeah.
Like,
Should I
but
mention?
he told me. But he told. I shouldn't have done it. I should have done it. They
Yeah.
just keep the I should have done it.
You know
part.
what you told me earlier? Should I say that, bring it up now, or talk to Victoria about it? Yeah,
Same.
talk to Victoria about this nonsense about her being an escort or something. Oh, okay, yeah, right now? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we
And
never know.
I'm very suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
And so Anna,
Mm-hmm.
she gets pulled aside, and it was so rough. But the way that he put her down, it was like shooting, like just tranking a puppy.
Really?
Like, oh yeah, it was rough. And he was like, I don't see the future. He did it with 2 girls, so I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was with Anna that he was like, I owe it. My responsibility is to protect and make a safe space for everyone here, and with you here it's not safe, and I don't see you being, and it's my responsibility to like follow my heart, and it's not with you.
Yeah,
So,
if
like
he-
it was just like
He
brutal
probably
for
never
him.
felt like a relationship was there, so he's like, I
Yeah,
might as well
yeah.
let
Yeah.
you go home
Yeah,
now
yeah.
after what happened.
What upset me though, about the whole thing,
Yeah.
is that he sent Anna home without without the rose ceremony. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but Victoria somehow
I know.
doesn't get.
It was so
stays
much
the
better
entire-
though because she had that dramatic like.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Okay. But
anyways,
so after
yeah.
that, everyone starts apologizing
Oh, that
and
was
kissing
funny.
each other's butts, especially the OGs versus the new, like the OGs start.
They start
kissing about the-
apologizing after the
Yeah.
fact.
Oh,
after
oh
the
my
fact.
gosh! It was this like powwow. We were like,
Oh.
I didn't mean it like this.
Especially Victoria.
Like, like if you ever have an issue, just come to me. Like it's open.
Ew.
I never meant it like that. Like it's the
That's
stupidest thing. Oh my
gross.
gosh.
Victoria's like, you know that time, Catalina, when I stole your crown and like crushed it against
Yeah,
my
no, that was all
destroyed you?
playful.
Remember when you
That
got
was fun.
Remember when you got
It was
here like
fun.
2 weeks ago when I did that thing? Yeah, I'm sorry now. Like,
She said, sorry I took your crown. It was silly, not malicious. Okay, that makes up for it. Thank you so much, Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
And then Victoria walks away from Ryan when she says she talked to him about her. So she comes over.
Ryan
and-
talked about Victoria.
Yeah, so we're getting, all sorts of people are going to go talk and reveal their truth to Matt. And Ryan
Which
is one
we
of them.
expected weeks ago that's going to happen, but I wasn't expecting the new girls to show up like that. and
Yeah.
The whole hazing
I
thing.
thought that she was going to go down for something
Wait,
completely
so-
different.
Same.
Do you think a lot of these girls were in sororities in high school? I mean, in college?
In college.
I imagine
I
Victoria
bet
probably
Brittany
was.
wasn't because she says she hasn't like
Maybe Anna. I could see Anna.
Yeah, Rachel definitely, possibly.
in a sorority. Why do you
Oh,
think so?
She seems
She's
like
so
a
sweet.
like a girl that would be in a sorority. I don't know.
I mean,
very
what is
cute.
your
I could
what
see
is
her
your
doing a
opinion
little,
on a
like,
sorority?
sigma-
I don't know.
What is your opinion?
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
I don't want to offend anyone.
Like, is it
That's
like
what the show's about.
I don't know what the stereotype of sorority girls are. So
I think of like Southern
Hey, I'm Southern. What are
Southern
you talking about?
Christian
You gonna offend
girl.
me?
Like I don't know.
Okay, so the sorority girls, in your opinion, is like nice people.
Yeah, but then
Okay.
behind the sorority, there's like the hazing, like
Yeah.
the thing.
All the stuff you don't see.
So
And the people capable of this.
Got
so
it.
there's like a front
Yeah.
and
Got
there's
it.
stuff behind doors.
Very dramatic.
But like if some of these girls were in a sorority, they already know about the hazing thing, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe
Yeah, you know
ignore
what you get
everything I
yourself
said. Just
into.
don't even put it.
I feel like they
It's all
don't teach you
going
this in
in.
high school, but like it's also common knowledge. You see movies, this and that.
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, so Victoria's like, she knows she's about to get got.
Yeah.
Because Ryan was like, well, yeah, I did mention your name, you know. And so she like, while she's explaining herself, Victoria walks off, and then she goes and talks to Matt. And Matt, he has like says he has a lot to talk about, and he comes to her and says, like the comment that she made, that calling these girls hoes. And her response to that
I love
comment
the response.
was, it was out of that comment was out of context. How do you call someone a hoe out of context? Like
That was what Matt asked.
and that's what
her.
he said. Yeah, like it's the most stupid
no, he
thing.
said, in what
It was out of
context is that
context,
okay?
Yeah. How in what exactly?
He
That's
said
what he
that
said.
to
I was
her?
trying to formulate how he said it.
And how was she surprised
And she's
that?
like, well, if he believes
sent her
them
home.
over me, then he's not the right. Anyways, we'll explain that later, unless you've already seen
I
it.
saw the rose ceremony.
Oh, you saw the rose
That was
ceremony.
insane.
Okay.
I saw like up until right before the rose
Got it.
ceremony when she was like crying.
And so, we have the rose ceremony, super dramatic. Instead of Victoria, Serena C gets the final rose. Victoria
I don't know
walks.
why.
I know.
I just like don't see that
I mean,
relationship
at least it
all.
wasn't Victoria, but you know.
Yeah, seriously.
So she comes up. Oh my gosh, and she goes, I honestly feel so sorry for you not listening to the facts, but just listening to hearsay. I feel so sorry for you. And then you like see the behind the scenes comments and stuff. And
when her arms crossed, like
I know, like,
and Matt looks so uncomfortable.
no one does it like that.
Like
I've never
he's like,
seen.
what do I do?
Yeah.
Like looking around.
That was really uncomfortable for sure.
But
doesn't hug him.
I saw a lot of internets of people saying a blessing to Matt's all around the world.
Oh yeah.
Because she says she's never going to date Matt again.
Oh, I'm blessing to all Matt's.
A blessing to Matt. That's funny.
Or something like that. Rude internet.
Rude or just
Or funny.
real. Or funny. Or slightly funny. Okay, so the next we find out that Rachel gets the one-on-one.
Yep.
And it's shopping. They go on a little shopping spree. And
Oh wait, at the rose ceremony, Brittany and Ryan got the first and the second rose.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Which
New
was
girls.
well,
New
those
girls.
are the girls that had the problems with.
Right.
Yeah. And so
with
they're like,
the mean
you're
girls.
secure, I'll keep
So
yeah.
like that was like Matt saying like,
hey, they're
Don't-
staying.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a dick.
I was disappointed that Catalina went home because we never really got to see much of her. And also Mari went home as well.
I think the people that fade.
Why did Mari
tend to
go
go
I know.
home.
I thought she was a good
I
a good
loved
pick.
her.
But,
Yeah.
That's why I was mad about Serena C staying because
like
I was
instead
like,
of, yeah,
over
exactly.
Mari?
I was thinking like, I mean, is there
I
a
saw
but
it.
like Mari though? Come on.
I know, and Matt was like speechless when he like met her, so it's like I'm so confused.
I didn't.
He must
I
have,
forgot.
she must have
about
said
that moment.
something. She didn't want, like maybe the family dynamic's not the
I
same,
don't-
or she
Mari's
doesn't want kids.
very
He wants
different
kids.
from
Who knows
everyone
what's
else.
happening?
She
Yeah.
was very different. She was almost a little bit like
Mari?
a half a Kardashian. Like just the way that she would just speak and like carry herself and kind of look. I
Mari?
don't know if
We're talking about Mari right now.
I just don't know
No.
if that was the type that he was looking for.
I didn't get that.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. That's kind of how I
Wait,
saw her.
I
at
want to
least.
back up again.
Back
She was
up.
okay.
Okay.
Nice. She was nice.
Yep.
So
she's
when
fine.
Katie got the rose, she was standing next to Victoria, and
Okay.
Victoria called her disgusting. She got the rose. I don't know how that has to do with anything.
was funny.
And then when she was doing her interview, she kept reiterating to herself like how good she is and how much joy she brings to the house.
I know. And it was
And
she's crazy. She's nuts to think
and
that.
like that's what's wrong with her is that she doesn't know that she's the problem.
Yeah, she's living in her
Like-
own little world, and she thinks that she's completely right. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. 'Cause
Yeah.
even when she's addressed with reality,
Yeah.
she cannot accept it. She can't even accept the little things, you know, like the fact that the whole comment even.
Yeah.
She couldn't accept that she was wrong.
And deep down, she has to know like that
Maybe, yeah.
what she's doing is like not okay, but she just like can't admit it to herself. Like
She's so far deep in it.
Yeah.
I do bet that the moments we don't see with Victoria in the house, though, I bet she does actually bring a little happiness. And you know, when people who are so ridiculous, you just have to laugh.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I bet Victoria
Like
in the house.
entertainment.
Definitely.
It's like very
She's
entertaining.
entertaining.
It's
Unless
like,
she's
like, I
like-
can't believe you just did that,
Oh my
Victoria,
gosh,
kind of
Victoria,
thing.
yeah.
you
no.
just called me a hoe.
Love ya. You're so cute.
So I
love how
bet
you
she
call me
does
beautiful.
have those kind of moments of like,
'Cause we
Victoria's
talked
kind of
about
funny
it.
because she's so out of control.
Yeah.
Because she's like
And we talked about the fact that she went on the show and she was talking to last time. She was like Good Morning America or something,
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying how it was all fun and games, this and that. And I want to know from these girls if that was the case, like because I do
I
not
know.
see it. Like I mean, how can you call people this and
We'll
call
see
people
it.
beaches and all
Yeah.
those name callings?
I think we'll definitely have an interesting women tell all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be great.
I mean,
I'm excited for it.
Me too. I think
So.
that'll be one of the best bits. Usually
Well,
it's not
we
that
do need to
exciting.
remember that this is a TV show.
Yeah.
And even though Victoria is very dramatic and very much a villain on the TV show, that we don't actually know her in real life. And
True.
I am assuming
We
she
don't
could be
need
the
to-
same.
Thanks
That's
for
my
that
call. I'm
perspective,
calling
Keith.
that.
you're welcome. You're welcome. This is a TV show,
Okay,
guys.
so from what I began saying, so Rachel she gets the 101. It's
Yep.
a shopping 101.
Which I love.
I know, like she was so cute. And she's like, I don't deserve this.
But
It's
whenever
so,
they do those dates, it's like always so fun to watch. I don't know.
I
Because
feel
then they
like-
go home and they have all the clothes.
yeah, I
and
know,
it's like,
and I feel like he would have chosen someone. This is the hint to me that I feel like he knows what these dates are and who he's giving them to, and like why wouldn't you choose probably one of your front runner, the people that you think is really great to give things to, like to give. You know that she's going to get to take away all this stuff. Mm-hmm. So that makes me think that Rachel's really in his mind as front runner. That we don't
in past seasons, the shopping girl doesn't win.
really.
Doesn't win.
Really,
I don't
didn't
see
know
them
that.
together.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see it.
So the shopping girl doesn't usually win.
Yeah.
According to past seasons, but who knows? I actually really do like Rachel.
I do. I like her too.
The
do
very
too, yeah.
first episode, I was
She's a
like,
bit meek, though.
She was like, instantly fell in love with like Matt kind of thing, and I was like, this girl.
Yeah.
But I like
girl.
this. I do like her more because she's low drama.
You know,
she seems happy.
yeah, she's very low
genuine.
drama.
And also, she was talking to Matt, and she's like, Matt's saying, you're very confident. And the first thing she says,
I'm not
confident
so
at all.
insecure. Yeah. She's very sweet and real. I think she is a little bit meeker than I saw early on. I think this date kind of showed her like, oh, I'm not anything. Don't worry.
But
it's the insecurity, I think.
Another thing about the producers being very evil, though, is they made her go home with all her shopping bags.
Oh, in front of the girls.
Between her date. And it's like, hey, girls, here's
guys,
my
just gonna
shopping
go.
bags.
Do they normally come back?
I don't know.
like that?
But anyways, they just like, hey, you know how you liked Rachel as a friend?
Yeah.
Prepare to be jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, are those shoes?
so hurt
They're
about
red
it.
on the bottom?
When you sit on the couch, make sure you cross your legs and go like this.
Yeah.
And the
Just show
producers are just like,
show
yes,
the shoes.
so good.
Stir that pot.
Yeah. You guys liked Rachel before?
Yeah.
Hopefully a little less now.
Do you think Matt bought those shoes for her?
I don't think Matt bought anything for her.
No, they did
Okay.
it for sure.
But I don't know.
So I was like, how do you order that?
And
During the pandemic, like what? Where is this like
No,
a?
like,
Is this a
he doesn't
shop?
have
Is
a
this?
phone.
Are they at a dead shopping mall or something that you're shopping
Must
at, or is
be.
this like some
Must
random
be.
location in this resort place, whatever that's called?
They probably
I
just
think
like
it's a
made a
shopping-
set.
Yeah.
That was one thing I think I wrote down was when she pulled up in the Rolls Royce, I think it was, she got out and they
Don't
were
remember.
at the front of the place that they're staying at.
Oh, I was making tea, so I didn't see it.
I was being cheated, eating a banana.
I was listening. I couldn't see. I didn't
Some
see there.
avocado
That's so funny.
toast.
Yeah.
So it seemed like she just like got in the car, went around, and then came back right where she came from.
Like just for the
You know,
facade. Yeah.
I actually did see one thing on the internet, and they're showing her shopping bags. Were just like they weren't actually like name brand shopping bags. They're just like generic bags
TJ
you
Maxx,
buy from.
Marshalls.
From, like-
No, they were just like generic
the
bags you
dollar
buy from
store.
the dollar
Oh,
store or
generic,
Walmart.
yeah.
Just like party bags.
with just a bunch of
that's
stuffing
funny.
in
Not
it.
that that's important at all.
Well, maybe that means that it was just a set.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kit gets the car that she's got the 101, and then we finish with 101, the 101 of Rachel and Matt's at dinner, and then we find out
They're both in love with each other?
they're both falling in love
in
with each
love with
other,
each
but
other.
yes,
Falling
very
in love.
close to that, and so that was a big moment for them. I mean, is it?
I wrote that in my notes. Look at me.
Yeah, look at you. And they ride away in a carriage. And it's super cute.
Oh yeah. My thought was at the end of this was like very Cinderella or princess themed.
Yeah, it was very
because
princess themed.
like the gentleman gives the girl the dress to wear to the date kind of
Yeah.
thing, and it's just
Yeah.
like very princess themed.
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty dress.
Her dress,
It's
Yeah.
so
it's
pretty.
so pretty. And so the group dates next. It's a farm date,
Oh yeah.
and they're
So
shoveling
fun.
poop, milking goats, and collecting eggs. And then MJ's acting like a baby. That's why I have.
Yeah, I really wish that the guy also in the farm next to Matt, because you never see like, not very often, unless it's a past Bachelor person, you see like a very Bachelor-like person on these dates. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, there's no like, the guys that are hosting these events aren't single and ready to mingle. I was
Yeah.
hoping this farm guy was like single and ready to mingle and
Yeah,
be
like,
like,
if backup
hey,
plan. Yeah.
this group date's for Matt, but I'm also single.
If it doesn't work out for you guys, right
You
over
know,
here.
Like, wait, what?
You like
that's
the farm
really-
life? You like this?
You like farm life? Give me a call.
Yeah. Little
Kinda
slip of it,
thing.
Yeah, card.
But there's goats, there's chickens,
There's goats
there was
and
MJ.
chicken. And MJ's kind of the focus of this date
Yeah,
because
and I
she,
don't,
Strangely
I don't
enough.
understand why. I was like so confused. I was like, what is she doing
Only
wrong?
she
reason
didn't
why-
seem that much like she was acting like a baby, but they made a big thing out of it.
There's only reason why they were doing this because they were leading up to the rest of the episode,
and
which was
how
supposed to be MJ.
she's horrible.
If
Yeah.
MJ wasn't a part of this whole thing at the end, they
liked
wouldn't have
MJ at
they would have edited
first.
someone else's in there
Okay,
instead.
because I was like, I don't get what MJ is doing wrong.
Yeah, she
no,
just-
I didn't see it really too much either. It was more of like the focus of people saying that she was like acting this way, but then we saw the clips where it didn't really
because
seem like
at
in
the
the
end,
clips.
Josenya was all like, she's got 3 personalities.
Oh yeah,
She's
yeah.
got her
Later,
when she's
yeah.
on the farm personality.
She's on the farm,
Off when cameras are on and when cameras are off or something like that.
like in front
Or-
of Matt, in
yeah,
front of them, and then
exactly.
when the cameras are
And then
off.
we see MJ catching Matt making out with Piper on her little
And
like.
she
Oh,
felt
that
very
was
side
so
imager.
awkward.
Oh, it
Like
was.
he ran from MJ,
Yep.
and then MJ like was like still chasing him, and all of a sudden she runs into him making out with Piper.
I know that was so weird. I don't know how that happened.
So random. And then why was everyone crying at the date? Everyone,
the what?
At this date.
At
Like
this date?
everyone was crying.
At the after party date?
Abigail was crying.
The after party?
No, at the date, like at the farm.
What part were they crying at?
I think they were jealous. I think they were jealous.
Yeah,
because
they were
kissing.
all
that's
super
true.
upset
because
about
it's
everything.
Michelle, right, who had the one-on-one date last time. Is that her
Yeah,
name?
Michelle was
She was crying because she
Abigail
couldn't
was-
handle it.
Because she had just went on a date and with him.
Well, we saw a different personality from Matt in this date. He seemed more, I guess, more fun, I guess, or
Yeah.
like his more childlike abilities were coming out of like
Yeah.
having fun, I guess.
Yeah, and
He didn't seem like he was the Bachelor at this point. He just seemed like a normal guy on this date.
True. It seems like all the girls are kind of ganging up on each other if someone has like a better connection at the date
Yeah.
than the
that's
other.
Yeah. Hopefully that's going to
And
change.
like,
with
gosh, you just like can't do that in this situation.
yeah, just like
seems
chill
like
out. It's no one's fault.
because then you end up like breaking down, crying,
Yeah.
and starting drama and whatever. But
and so you want to talk about after the date, like the after party?
Yeah, I don't have anything else about.
So
Okay. Well, I
the
mean, the
group
chickens
date.
were cute.
yeah, the chickens are
the
cute.
chickens were cute.
Yeah.
And the goats.
I think Matt pulls Chelsea aside first, like right after his little sit down thing. And then they talk a little bit and tries to reassure her. And then Abigail has a convo with him about her insecurities about having children, since there's a good likelihood that they're going to be deaf.
Yeah, I didn't think that. That never came across.
Yeah, I never
my
thought
mind
about it.
that being insecurity.
But that's a big deal, and he definitely affirmed her. And ultimately, she does get the rose. But MJ gets pulled aside and is called an antagonist. And then MJ goes off on Jasenia for telling the truth about varsity versus JV. And so that's where we kind of go into we went from, I think it started with Anna, Victoria, and now we're at MJ. All the people that stir the pot.
There's one more girl who also stirred the pot, who's
Kit?
not being,
Kit?
No, it's the other one. I believe it's Serena C was the last antagonist of the show as well.
Yeah.
No one's really mentioning her, but she was one you didn't see this part, but when everyone was like saying sorry for being so
oh my
awful,
gosh.
she was the one who's like, why do I have to say sorry for? I'm not saying sorry.
Yeah.
No one.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so she was another person
Class
I felt
act.
that was kind of bully-like.
Maybe eventually
Sorry,
she'll
MJ
come
and her
off
friends.
pretty soon.
MJ and all of her buddies. But Serena hasn't been brought up though.
Yeah.
So the date rose, like I said, it goes to Abigail after that, the group date. And then we have the 101 date with Kit.
Wait, can we back up? for a
Back
few
it
seconds?
up.
I feel like there's a lot to talk about here.
About
Okay.
what?
About MJ.
Okay, let's talk about MJ.
Yeah.
So, I feel like MJ is the kind of girl that does not thrive with women. She thrives.
She leads by example.
No.
Oh my gosh, that comment she made. I lead by example.
Okay, sorry, go on.
She seems like the girl that she just gets along better with guys. It seems
Yeah.
like she
can see
does
that.
not. She seems like she doesn't have a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah.
And
But-
so like being around so many girls, she's like, she just doesn't know how to like
Manage that.
manage all of the hormones going on in that house and like all of that.
So she's a hairstylist though, so that means she does a lot of people's hair like every
But she
single day.
could be a barber,
Okay.
hairstylist.
I think she's fine with short bursts of interaction.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
My thoughts, accurate or not, is that she needs a lot of alone time to recover, like to recharge.
Yeah, she does.
She looks like she's getting really
oh
wiped
my gosh,
out.
you could see in her face. She had.
And she calls. I
eye
mean,
bags.
she has called herself an empath, and another meaning of that is that she feeds off energy, kind of thing. So if all the energy is so negative, then she's also going down really fast in that negative energy. She gets
Yeah.
pulled into that really fast.
Yeah, maybe.
And so that's just draining her. And then
Yeah.
she's just
It's
slowly
so funny how all
falling
the
into the abyss.
empaths have been horrible people. Not horrible people, but villains on the show.
Yeah. So I do think that if this was Bachelor in Paradise, MJ would probably be a very normal person and be more chill because she has more time to just be by
Maybe,
herself or
yeah.
hang out.
Yeah.
Or hang out with the guys.
Or if you're just talking to her in real life, she's just I bet she's a really nice person in real
Yeah,
life.
but I
Yeah.
mean, from first impressions, I thought she was so cute and so nice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just as it progressed, we learned more about her and more comments, she got a little bit more fiery and a little bit more,
Yeah.
a little bit ruder and more opinionated as it went on. And so now it's just kind of coming to a head, I think.
So I think when she's getting accused of these things, she's probably thinking to herself, like, there's no way, never in my life have I been that character.
Yeah.
And I've always been the nice person.
But then
so
she's like ready to throw down. She's like, grab
Yeah.
your popcorn. I'm about to throw it down. You know, like,
yeah.
I'm, like,
So I don't know. I wouldn't want to get in an argument with her.
I'm not on MJ's side though.
Yeah.
On this situation.
Me neither.
You're not
I was just trying to help her case. A
yeah,
little bit.
I mean,
yeah.
who is she? She's not going to win this
She's not
argument.
going down without a fight.
No.
She's not going to win the argument. I like how Jasenia said, just watch the past episodes and we
She
already
looked
know.
right in the
Yeah,
camera when she said that too.
Watch
she literally
it.
looked at the camera. She's
Yeah,
like, "We'll
that's
find
smart.
out when this airs," and she
Yeah.
like looked right at the camera.
Okay, Jasenia.
Okay, so do we want to talk about the Kit's date now?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Kit, they have a date where they go over to a house that's neither of theirs, and they go cook.
Wait,
I
but
thought
I
it
thought it
was
was
his.
Matt's house
Nope,
because he cleaned
said
up really nice.
No, he said.
Well, it's not his
it's
actual
not-
house.
Oh, his.
But it might be
little,
where
like,
he's living.
His where he's living. Not,
Maybe.
Yeah, not their house, but like they are doing like playing house
Mm-hmm.
in this little kitchen. They're making things, and they actually have pretty good chemistry. It looks like a lot more than I had assumed. And she starts to open up a little bit more, and she. She makes very clear that her mom is a fashion designer and she grew up in the spotlight. And she almost like says it to her. She's trying to say it like, "Oh, I've got a sob story," but like the way that the words themselves, you're like, okay, so you grew up super like well off, super privileged, like, you know, like Rolls Royce. She's like, it was just Rolls Royce and so, and it was just
Or like
spotlight
gold
and
Bentleys or
fame. Yeah, it was Bentley. We're like, are we supposed to feel sorry for this? Are we like supposed?
Yeah, money doesn't buy happiness.
It
though.
does not. It doesn't.
So-
But at the same time, like other people watching are probably like, "Oh, boohoo!" Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
But I can understand how.
I think, long story short, it was more like she can't open up because of this reason.
Yeah, maybe
hard for her to
she had
open up.
walls up.
That was
Yeah.
her story, though. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
she
was
had
her
to have
story.
talk about something.
She has a
Why
good
not?
relationship with her mom, and they like to cook, and she likes to
Yeah.
cook cookies
Yeah.
sometimes, and
It's her happy place.
It's her happy
which is
place.
And
Is-
she's
She
for the
got
first time.
super emotional.
I know, she's
when
like-
she found out about the date.
yeah, because
Yeah.
And I just didn't
he
see.
listens.
Oh, aw, so cute. I just I don't see her as like being kind of like a softie. She seems like she's like
Yeah, she
Like,
redeemed herself a
hard,
little bit
like,
more
thick
here. I was
skin.
warming up to her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Why was her date like 6 seconds long?
Yeah. Right.
It was like the shortest
It
one-on-one date
honestly was.
ever.
It was all at night. But I mean, I guess that's what she wanted.
I
to
learned
do.
that the secret to good chocolate chip cookies is the chocolate chips. She taught me that.
Wow.
Who
Yeah.
did? Kit?
Kit. Yeah.
Kit, she did.
She
She
should
taught
have
me.
a cooking channel. Or
So like Matt lives in New York, right?
Huh?
Matt lives in New York.
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
He's in New York.
And then so Kit, I think, also lives in New
Yeah,
York.
so it would
So
work
it's like
well.
I think when it comes to like Matt's perspective right now, it might be like, who is an easy choice for
a
like
fit
living
for
wise?
my life,
But
yeah.
I feel like if Kit wins, and since she also lives in New York, Matt lives in New York, she's gonna be like the girlfriend and not like
Yeah.
the wife.
I can see that.
There's
too.
less. It's like easier.
I don't
it's-
see them. I don't think they're in game.
Right. I don't
I don't
either.
think they are
But
either.
I feel like if she does win, it's more like she becomes the girlfriend and not the wife.
Yeah. No, I see that too.
But she can become the wife in the future. But like,
It
it's-
would take a long time for her.
you
to
know,
break-
if you
yeah,
like, if you
open
marry
up.
a person who's in Pennsylvania, it's harder. It's like they gotta become
Yeah.
married. It's, marriage is
Sooner,
easier than
yeah.
becoming a girlfriend because they're so long distance. You know, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyways, next.
So after that, it like I said, it definitely comes to a head in that they get a date. They're all hanging out in the room like they do, and all of a sudden a card comes in, and everyone's shook. So they're not expecting a card to come in, and they open the card, and it says MJ and Jasenia, I need to know the truth, and it's from Matt, of course. Super dramatic. And then it says meet me at the cocktail party before or something like that. And then so it flashes to that almost immediately. And they're going together. It was really awkward. They both get in the same car.
Oh, yeah, it's really
And
funny.
they're just like
Yeah.
silent next to each other, like as close as we are. Just closer. And they show up and they go there and the girls they hash it out a little bit and they're like, well, you'll know the truth. You saw this bit. And then essentially it kind of cuts off because it drops off because we don't know who's going to choose. Like we see them kind of go back and forth, but we don't know what Matt's thinking yet. And that will be kind of probably where it starts off next episode.
They were going at it.
They were going
I
at
think
it.
Jasenia would have been better for not this if she didn't talk as much.
Yeah, I said this. I wrote down the same thing. I was like, I was behind Jasenia until she started opening her mouth, and I was like, just stop.
Stop talking.
Just less words.
Like you're
You'll
just
win if you
you're
don't
like
talk.
turning into the mean girl at this point.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But
Just be calm, collected.
Yeah.
Just say these are the facts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and
All
she
right.
kind of did, and MJ had like nothing to say back.
Yeah. I
Like,
think
MJ
either way,
literally-
she
she
would
didn't
have
say
had
anything.
things
MJ
to
She had-
said she leads by example.
She leads by
Okay, but,
example.
like,
yes.
she was
it's
not-
like random words she threw out
She
there. like-
preaches equality and
It's like-
kindness and something like
Well,
that.
It's like her
Doesn't
saying,
everybody
I'm
do that?
a
I don't
woman.
know.
I'm a sister. I'm a woman. Like just, okay. Like you lead by what? These are just random words that you compile together. Like they don't
Yeah.
make any, like they're not relevant to this at all.
I live on the world.
yeah.
Together.
My feet
She's like,
walk
"Wait,
on the
me too?"
ground.
And
Every
they
there.
they always say on the show like, oh wait, I lost my train of thought.
Go on. What do
They always say, "Are you questioning my character?"
Oh,
Oh yeah. You're like, yeah, a little bit.
You know what?
I mean,
You know what hasn't been brought up this season at all? When the girls say, "This is my truth."
I remember
God.
that. We haven't,
I hope that
we have
comes
not
up
seen
tomorrow.
that. Yeah. They run out of words, so maybe.
Yeah.
And
so wait,
but it's
you.
that this is my truth,
And then they'll just over.
and like it's the
Yeah.
lip quiver.
So
and
MJ, you were
crying.
bullying everyone?
Yeah.
No, but this is my.
This is my truth, okay? Let me just.
Can't wait. Hope
Yeah.
that comes up.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that wraps it up for this episode.
That's kind of the end of the episode. Anything you guys seen from the internet in the Bachelor world we should know about?
Not.
Any more interviews with Victoria you saw?
You tried, MJ.
Oh,
You
I
just
saw.
threw some
This was a
words out
funny.
there.
This is a funny thing I saw on Twitter. It was Marissa said, random girl on Twitter. My mom had a brilliant idea. Victoria in Paradise, and they only cast guys named Matt.
That'd
That was
be
funny.
awesome.
Good job, Marissa. That was funny.
You know what? Like not all Matts are the same. I just realized this, and I really like this guy. And then she like gets rejected. And
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all Matts suck. They are. I knew it. They are the worst.
That's like okay. Another one from on Twitter from Bachelor fan take. They said the spirit of Victoria never left. It only entered a new host.
Oh,
MJ.
I like that. Yeah,
That was
that's
deep. That was
good.
deep. Anyways, so that is all for this episode. Catch us next week on This Is Not a Date podcast. I'm Keith.
I'm Jade.
And I'm Callison.
Bye. Did you know the weirdest news? My eyes become brighter. So it's a kazoo.
Is it a what?
A kazoo.
A kazoo?
I can't.